listening to the Mark Bradford Alchemy for Life podcast.
Do you live with passion? Oh my God, you don't? Oh no. Well, hey there. Do you have passion? Do you have passion in your life? Are you a passionate person? Have you found your passion? People use that word quite often, and it's kind of annoying. And everyone's heard, follow your passion. If you're a regular listener, I hope you didn't skip this one because this is really important. It's one of those really simple things that causes so much stress, and it should be the opposite. So for those that don't seem to have a passion, are you one of the people that doesn't have a passion? And you kind of feel left out? You have this FOMO when, you hear these motivational people and other people talk about, oh, my passion, that's my passion. That thing that I do, oh my God, that's my passion. And you're like, well, okay. Like, I enjoy doing different things. There's certain things that I like more. It's kind of fun to cook. I like this, I like that. And then they talk about their job and, oh my God, my job is my passion. And oh my God. Well, as I covered in Job, Career, or Calling, and if you haven't listened to that, feel free to pause and listen and come back or listen to it later. Job, Career, or Calling, I kind of touched on the fact that, if you have a job, it's something that you do and you just go home. It's typically not very high paying. And when you go home, you're done. That's it. And there's 1,000 other people who can do the same thing. And then you have a career in which you're pretty well invested into the job. And when you go home, it doesn't really end. And when you go on vacation, it's still waiting for you. And then there's calling, and the calling is something you absolutely love, and it's something that you would do even if they don't pay you. And I made the distinction that you don't have to find your calling. I mean, you can just go out there and enjoy your career, and your career can fund your calling, and your calling may not be something that even makes money. Okay, so having said that, today I want to talk about your passion and how it makes you feel when someone says, did you find your passion? Because they're misleading you. The problem with so many things in life is that it's not what you think it is. And typically the solution to a problem is that you're trying to fix the wrong problem. And in this case, that's probably what you're doing if you don't think you have a passion. And as I've said in many, many podcasts, I'm not the rah-rah sis-boom-bah kind of guy. I'm the guy that just tells you very straight information. I give you something tangible that you can take away and go, hey, that actually works. That actually makes sense in normal, real life. And not this, I'm so fired up and excited and where's my checkbook? So, since we're not taught to find our passion, I'm going to explain that. When you think of someone who has a passion, you think of a thing, right? Someone has a passion for art. Someone has a passion for something else. Someone has a passion for the thing they just graduated from school for. Well, that may not be the thing. What we want to find is the thing behind it. Let me give you an example. That example is me. I was doing all this stuff that was completely disconnected. I mean, if I have a passion, do I have a passion for building a dating site? Do I have a passion for self-help books? Do I have a passion for coaching? Do I have a passion for helping people with technology and explaining things? Do I have a passion for building interactive websites? What? Do I have a passion for speaking? Would it make sense that I would have a passion for all of that? So when I kept getting my hands into all these other things, I thought, Mark, grow up. What are you doing? And as it turns out, when I finally discovered what was behind all that, which was basically my core talents, that's my passion. My passion is to look at things from an angle other people typically don't look at it from. And then build something, augment something, create something, distill it down ultimately in a way that I can explain to people and I can look at their faces and I can see their light bulbs go off and go, oh, okay, I get it now. Because they finally come out of the fog and they go, I get it. And that I get it is because of me, and that's the thing that I'm excited about. That's my passion. So all the things I've done, including the fiction I just wrote, has to do with that particular passion. So if I was really jazzed about building that dating website and I said, oh, I found my passion, it's building dating websites, well, that would be kind of putting me in a hole, wouldn't it? It'd be pigeonholing me, shoving me into a corner, and then all of a sudden I'd be like, oh, okay, I kind of did it once, I don't want to do it again. I guess I don't have a passion. And then I would feel bad about myself. And I would beat myself up, which is what I'm trying to prevent you from doing. So I'm saying take a step back to quote unquote find your passion, which again I think is far overrated. But I think what's underrated is going behind that and figuring that thing out that you really like. Let me give you another example. You may like cooking, and you may feel that your passion is cooking, but it may turn out that your passion is not cooking or even eating, it's serving others. It could very well be that you like to make other people happy, and the easiest way to do that is through food. Someone like that could very well be exposed to making other people happy in a different way and find that that's maybe easier or that's more fulfilling and go, well, I like cooking because it was a way to make people happy, and this other way is a way to make people happy, even happier. Therefore, their passion wasn't cooking, their passion was just making people happy. It's the same thing for other things. Your passion may just be that you like things in order. You like a lack of chaos in your life, and this order really turns you on. So you end up going into finance, you end up living in a certain street, in a house, in a way, and you buy certain products because those products are always lacking chaos. But do you see how hard that would be to find and figure out if you just said, oh yeah, I typically buy this and I do this and this? You wouldn't know those things are connected when they are. You would just think that, well, I'm kind of anal retentive. Well, that's a bad thing. That's a negative thing. It's a positive thing. So I'm trying to tell you that if you think, I don't have a passion, look, dude, I like your podcast and your rah-rah and whatever, but look, some of us have to pay bills, and some of us have to raise our kids, and this, and not everything is a passion. Correct? That's what I'm trying to tell you. Not everything is a passion, but the things that are a passion are sort of invisible. So while you're raising the kids and paying the bills and doing your normal real job and trying to be healthy and run on the treadmill and all that other stuff, think about the things that make you happy. Selfishly, privately happy. And this selfishly, privately happy thing can be something you do in public. Obviously, it can be your job. You could become a doctor because you really like helping people. Well, duh, right? Well, no, not duh. There are a lot of people who become doctors because they like medicine. They like the predictability with the tiny bit of chaos that's in there because not everything is known. There are other people who like to be the person people can turn to for solutions, or maybe they like to heal people, or maybe they like to seek out new solutions, or maybe they just really love kids. And as a pediatrician, what better way is there to really help kids? Because on their little scale of happiness, they can see that a kid goes from sick to well because of them. And that's the biggest way that they can get that jazz out of life of helping a kid. You may listen to this and think, okay, I get it. I get all the stuff you're telling me. I get that the passion is sort of behind the thing that I like. It's the core, it's the genesis of it, it's the thing that creates it. I get that. But I don't really have one, okay? I just like to go about my life. I just like to do stuff. That's fine. It's totally cool. I'm one of the people who's not going to tell you, go find your passion. Oh my God. Live with passion. I'm not going to tell you that. I'm going to tell you can be perfectly happy not having a passion. All I'm saying is if you do have a passion or some things that really give you a kick in life, especially things that give you a kick that don't seem like they're related, or you feel like, well, I don't really have anything that gives me a kick, I'm saying then maybe you should take some time out and try to figure it out. I hope that makes sense. And this was a really hard one to keep within my self-imposed 10 minutes. And that just flew by, at least for me. Maybe you're like, oh my God. But for me, this flew by. So let's do the homework again, okay? I know I keep giving you homework that's piling up, but this stuff is good stuff. So go find the thing behind your passion. Think about what turns you on selfishly and privately. And you can giggle all you want, you silly 13-year-old. Guess I'm going to do that too. When I say that, I'm going to giggle. But no, seriously, find that thing that selfishly and privately makes you happy. No filters, no assumptions, no somebody imposing their likes and dislikes on you. Just you. What is it? And then take that and think, well, what causes that? Where does that come from? Because imagine if you do this little dumb homework of mine and you figure out that there's like 9 other things that can make you feel that way. Oh my God. Or that the thing you've been doing to give you that passionate feeling is like the worst version. Like, my God, I've been doing this when I could do this other thing, which is 10 times easier and less expensive. And oh my God, that's so much better. So get back to me on this homework. Okay? Contact me through one of the 18 ways that I always leave at the end of the podcast, or online, or on my website, or on my forums, Instagram, and so forth. Get back to me and tell me that you found it. Or tell me that you're blissfully happy going to your job, having kids, and dealing with your wife or husband, and that's good enough for you. That's fine. Either way, let me know. I love your feedback. And I want to shout out to the people in the Bahamas, because last week, this show was the #1 podcast in the Bahamas for mental health and health-related stuff. So, hey, Bahamas, how you doing? And everyone, including them, take care of yourself, and I'll talk to you next week. Thank you. Hey, it's me again. Thanks for listening. 2 things for you. If you like this, I'd really love that you rate it on iTunes or Spotify. Would love to have the stars that are appropriate, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. And the other thing is, I do have a new book out, and I would love for you to take a peek at it. It's called The Sword and the Sunflower. It's on Amazon as a Kindle as well as a paperback. Thanks. Just a little blurb at the end here. Take care.